from Fahim from Sweden. He inquired about the difference between a mu'min and a Muslim. We find in ayah number 14 of Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses the Bedouins who lived in the desert, and they apparently accepted Islam, but Iman or faith and belief have not settled in their hearts. They said, قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم. The Bedouins said, we have believed. So Allah corrected that by saying, rather say, we just accepted Islam. And you would become believers or mu'mineen when faith settles in your heart. So Al-Iman represents the inner part of the deen, and Al-Islam represents the outer part of the deen. In the hadith of Jibreel alayhi salam, when he asked the Prophet sallallahu alayhi salam, tell me about Islam, Iman and Ihsan, he said, Al-Islamu an tashhada an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah wa an tuqima as-salata wa an tu'tiya zakata wa an tasuma Ramadan wa an tahujja al-bayta in istata'ta ilayhi sabila. The 5 pillars of the deen. These are all apparent ibadat, the outer part. Whenever you do them, you'll be seen. Okay, he's praying, then he's a Muslim. He's fasting during Ramadan, he's a Muslim. You can only go to Hajj if you're a Muslim. A woman is wearing hijab because she's a Muslimah, and so on. But a person may do that, and he's not indeed a Muslim. Maybe he's a munafiq, like this FBI agent, the informant, who pretended to be a Muslim in California, and he was planted in the community in Orange County for 3 years. Then finally he broke up and he confessed everything to the media. So he was praying after he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammad Rasulullah, only by the tongue. But Iman did not even touch his heart, did not cross his mind. So he prayed, he fasted as a part of his job in order to entrap some Muslim youth, which he did. He had to fast. He had to enter the masjid. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, for almost a whole decade, used to pray behind the Prophet ﷺ and used to listen to his beautiful recitation in the loud prayers. Can you imagine? But he was the head of the munafiqeen. So قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا, not yet, ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. So there is a very important equation that we need to keep in mind, which is whenever Iman is mentioned separately, then it means Iman and Islam, and it refers to Islam as well, to the deen. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون, Surah Al-Imran. And whenever Islam is mentioned independently, then it refers to Islam and Iman altogether. إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. Verily, the only accepted religion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Islam. So Islam here is the bigger umbrella that covers Islam, Iman and Ihsan. And whenever Iman and Islam are mentioned all together, then each one have its own independent meaning. So Islam would refer to the outer parts of the ibadat, and Iman would refer to the inner part of the ibadat. Very interesting hadith when the Prophet ﷺ said about Abu Bakr Siddiq, when he was speaking about his virtues. You know, the best man in this ummah after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu anhu. He said, ما سبقكم أبو بكر بكثير صلاة ولا صيام. Abu Bakr was not ahead of any few as far as Iman and faith and good deeds because of extra prayers, extra fasting. Rather, ولكن بشيء وقر في قلبه. Rather, due to something that settled in his heart. The level of Iman in Abu Bakr's heart was higher than the level of Iman in anybody else's heart. And that's why he was superior to the rest of the ummah radiyallahu anhu. So this is the meaning of a mu'min and a Muslim. Al-Iman has 6 articles of faith. To believe in Allah, His books, His angels, His messengers, in the last day, in the preordainment, بالقدر خيره وشره, as still stated in the hadith of Umar ibn Khattab, when Jibreel alayhi salam came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he asked him the second question, فأخبرني عن الإيمان. قال الإيمان أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر وبالقدر خيره وشره.